To be, and what makes it worse with the Xbox is that they've all of a sudden Microsoft have decided, yes, we'll give away all the privacy details to the government, which means they're allowed to spy.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
And that's another thing. Me and Lewis were saying yesterday. Have you heard? You've surely heard about this PRISM thing.
Yeah, PRISM and NSA. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they on Facebook, right? Their terms and conditions or their privacy, this legal jumble. It says in the legal stuff that they do not sell off any of their data to any government data.
And they do.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Listen. They do it because of this PRISM thing. So they've literally lied there. They're actually conning people. For there, if they weren't a big company, they'd be closed down straight away. But it's because they're a big company, and it's like, why do all the big companies seem to always get away with all this stuff?
Yeah.
It's like that on with the world right now. That's why all the street shops are dying and closing down, and yet the government's like, oh, well, we're trying to fix our economy, but you can't. And I'm just like, you can't do anything about the economy if you don't stop these stupid companies taking over.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like everyone just knows. Oh yeah, it's cheaper to get it on eBay. It's cheaper to get it offline. There's no point going to these shops. It's completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. It's screw everything. It's the 21st century. We'll be lazy. Okay, I'm not even going to say the word, but we'll be lazy idiots. That's what that's the modern equivalent of what people think like these days.
Yeah.
We're lazy to go outside. We eat McDonald's food that isn't even real food, and you know. Anyway, hang on. I need to be right back, so I'll let you and Lewis speak.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just all my opinion. Okay, I'm not saying that's all real.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
You have to admit, though, I do have a bit of a point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have a point.
Yeah. Everyone's opinion's different, and I respect everyone's opinion. But when you see the government say, I know this may sound a bit stupid or nerdy or something, but if you say there's a BBC News channel for only politics, so, yeah, I'm coming! There's a BBC Politics thing where you can watch them all fighting in, I don't know what you call it, but like two governments fighting against each other, and it's like children. Literally, if you speak to say just even speaking to my nan, she has more sense than these people in the government. It's like they're just all in it for the money. It's so clear, even if they don't admit it, even if there's no proof against them. They literally think like they're an ant. I know ants are clever, but think about the size of an ant and the size of an ant's brain compared to a human brain.
Mm.
Yeah. And all enough, that the reason for more or less why they're in it for the money is for their family, but also for the fact that it does make them seem like an ant for just falling for the money over helping people. Seems a bit.
Their favourite thing they say, the favourite thing they'll say is, we're in it to help you. We're going to help you. We're going to help you. Cutting the disabled. Cutting.
My gosh, I know. That was dreadful.
Yeah.
I mean, and then straight after they spend several £1 million with on taxpayers' money on that Margaret Thatcher's funeral without even asking taxpayers.
I was so angry at that.
Everyone hates her because she actually ruined a lot of things, especially in Scotland. The town I grew up in, and a lot of towns around me, in Scotland, she ruined a lot of things because she closed all the coal mines or whatever. They were the hearts of a lot of towns up here. I'm not sure about down there, but she ruined quite a bit of Scotland.
Not as much as I know, not about southern England, but I know in just up north, Leeds suffered a lot, and quite a lot of the towns up there suffered a lot, didn't they? Because they shut loads of coal mining facilities. loads of people lost their jobs, loads of people lost their homes, and the government were quite happy to spend our money giving her a decent funeral.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
yeah. What my dad said is, I know it's not particularly 100% true. I know she had problems, and that's why she really left. But the reason they were talking about how great she was and stuff, but the thing is, she was so insane they kicked her from their own government.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because it's one of those things where it's like marmalade, isn't it? You love or hate it. Love or hate her.
I wouldn't say I don't mind it. I would say I like it.
See, I reckon she did some good things, and she did a lot of bad things. But yeah, it was just, I think it's ridiculous. The government should have asked before the decision to have a state funeral.
I think they knew that, but they didn't, because the day before, I'm not sure if they actually did, but I heard that they were actually talking about it in like press conferences and stuff, like whether they should spend the money. And I was like, why are you talking about this? Like, why would you spend several £1 million on something when there's people out there that need it more, and then you just cut it on those people and spend it for some woman's funeral?
Exactly.
Jeremy Clarkson was invited to the funeral, and I was like, what?
I was surprised at that, actually. I'm surprised that he actually went to it. Because,
I know.
as far as I can know, Jeremy Clarkson wasn't actually a fan of her at all. So, yeah. I'm quite shocked at that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so Jeremy Clarkson is going. Okay, well, this is totally going to be a really serious funeral, guys.
I just thought that is just sick. That is just disgusting.
But who spends several £1 million on a funeral? Come on, they could just spend far less, maybe £1 million. I mean, seriously, that is a lot of money for just a funeral.
I know, they could have just nailed a wooden box together and chucked her in the ground.
Yeah. Isn't that what they don't care about people up here doing, like, these teenagers actually do the toilet in these graveyards, right, on gravestones, and when the council hears about it, it's like, oh, well, that's people just complain because they don't want that, and the council's just like, well, screw you, we don't care.
Yeah.
To me, that just seems wrong. But I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. So, Lewis, what do you think of this? What do
I think of PRISM?
Yeah.
It's a lot. I just think it's just a whole another level of breach of privacy.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
just basically taking the shit out of people. Honest.
Yeah. So. PRISM basically just allows government to spy on us, and I can't remember what his name is. The bloke who's in charge of this. Go for it.
Okay, so basically we can't spy on anyone because it's illegal, but they can.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's fine, everyone. Just yes, it's fine. You've got nothing to hide. You should be fine.
See you later.
Oh yeah, and Tom, how's the title sequence coming along?
Huh?
You know the titles like you were talking. You were talking about.
I'm not making them at the moment because
Alright.
we're doing this. I'll do them later on. So alright.
Right.
Huh? Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. We're just talking about PRISM.
Don't even. I mean, to be honest, it's like, say,
Hey Danny, I have a question.
whether they need to pass this or not, they've always been doing it anyway. Whether it's the law or not, I've always had a tissue over my webcam for a while, unless I go on video call. It's just that I don't want people looking at me all the time. It's like, oh, if I see a webcam, even on my phone, because it's a Samsung Galaxy S4,
Oh, for God's
so it's got a
sake.
front-facing camera.
Everyone's
And
got a better phone than me.
And I'm just like, you know what? I can't put a tissue over this camera, but if someone actually looks at me, I will know because I'm pretty good with computers and stuff, and I'll know if someone's spying on me. And if they are, they will most probably die the next day. So,
Oh,
Thingy,
hey, Tom, I know what we should. I know what we should do. Like,
What?
we should go up to the whatever. What's it called? Down the
Parliament.
street,
Yeah.
and basically just stand out there, giving the middle finger to a building.
I've done that.
Have you?
Yeah. They put a gate up now so that you can't even walk down the street. But it's
Oh well, at least I can give the middle finger to him.
I've done the May the 4th protest with Anonymous.
they would arrest you, Lewis, for being so inappropriate at the ministers. You know how England, you know how
I'll
London.
be like,
So.
but how is there so many inappropriate things in the music industry? Stupid.
Yeah, but they wouldn't care. They would just arrest you because that's their orders. They just say that, but their orders are to arrest you anyway. So no matter what you say, they'll arrest you.
The reason they don't censor the music videos is for one pure reason: profit. That is it.
Exactly.
That's it. And it's the same with the bankers. The bankers would get let off murder because it's profit at the end of the day.
I heard on
Nice.
the radio. Is it time to forgive and forget the bankers, or is it time to punish the bankers? And I was like, what a hard choice. Even though I lost my house that I grew up in due to the bankers. What should we do?
We should kill them all with fire.
I was like, what an utter stupid question. Of course I'm not going to forgive and forget what they've done. I mean, seriously, they ruined. How many people's lives they have ruined? You know, I'm never gonna forgive them.
No, I know what you mean because the bankers, they it's so ridiculous. The bankers, because they are literally taking people's homes away, people that can't afford anything,
Yeah,
and making them homeless.
yeah.
And then the government say, "Oh, well, we don't know why there's homeless people. We don't know why they don't want jobs or
It's
anything."
because it's you, government. You stupid.
Well, yeah, the government. I mean, yeah. What were you saying about the anonymous protests? Because I know that the anonymous. My big brother is fostered, okay, but his family has been arrested and stuff because of protesting because they're anonymous. They put up his brother put up a video on YouTube, and apparently it got big or something, and it was something to do with anonymous. It was a message to the government or something, and he got arrested for it. And he's younger than me.
See, it's a strange thing, Anonymous, because the smallest things get arrested for. The smallest things you can get arrested for, but it's like hacking and things like that. It's one of the most silliest crimes that it could have been made, and you can spend up to 10 years in jail.
Yeah, I know, but apparently the British government are trying to make the anonymous group illegal, as in terrorists. And I'm like, oh yeah, terrorists living in their own country. That makes sense. No, hang on. That sounds more like how do I put this? That sounds more like rebels. That sounds more like people who don't like their own government and who are actually fighting the evil out of their country. Does that make sense to you? That's what it sounded like to me. Okay, if I make a terrorist group, they're insane, okay? And none of the of the reason why this country, the entire world, not just that one government, of course, it's just going down. You know the murder that happened. That guy that
Lee Rigby, yeah.
the guy that slaughtered that guy on, and it was caught by a news reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Tom,
Mm.
I like how they referred Anonymous as like a terrorist group.
Yes, cyber terrorist group.
Yeah, but you know that guy that died? He's from other countries, and what he did was he showed us what it's like over there, okay? What it's like in their countries. And the reason why is because they fight against their government, okay? Because they know they're evil. And what he was trying to say is if we do that, and we have, and we've seen it, what happens? They spray us. They fight us back. So clearly they're not nice people, are they?
No. Well, I think everyone's...
My point is, why do we have these people in charge of everything? Why do we just sit here all the time?
Well, that's why we need to make a change. As this generation, we can see what's wrong with this. We can see what's wrong with this,
Yeah, man.
and we need to make a change. We really do.
Yeah, man. Sorry, Thomas. What were you saying?
We really do need to make a change about this government, because this government really are just basically screwing everyone over.
Yeah.
It's like with Anonymous. Did you hear about that girl that got raped, and Anonymous went after the bloke who done it?
No.
Right, Anonymous went after this bloke who raped a girl in a different country. And
This happened as well with what's her name, Amanda Todd.
yeah, Anonymous went after him and all, didn't they?
Yeah.
And the hacker found out who done it, and the police were able to arrest the bloke that did that raped this girl. Now, the hacker was then arrested, sentenced to I think it was 9 years imprisonment, and the bloke who done it got 5 years. How does that work out? So
What the heck?
the rapist got less time in prison than
Than
Oh,
a hacker.
But all you really need to do, you guys, is look back in time in history, in every country's history. The government have always been there to stop people from getting what they want.
Yep.
The government have always been evil. All you need to do is look back in history. History does repeat itself. I know people say it doesn't, but it's true, it does. Maybe not the same every time, but it can't be the same every time, because at time everything changes, but it will happen in the same type of way.
Yeah.
But
Well,
maybe
I basically hate how the governments, like, for example, 9/11, they faked the whole thing, and they got away with it.
Did
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah,
saying that
I know. I've looked into that big time, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I reckon. There's nothing ever about the explosions that happened at the other.
Okay,
building.
okay. First off,
And you want to know something? The people that were inside 9/11 say that they actually felt like a rumble coming from the floor, literally underneath the ground level, like as if there was a bomb. And either way, even if planes did crash like that into a building, that tall and that shape, they couldn't bring them down straight to the bottom. Like, it came from down the bottom.
oh yeah, and you know,
It would tipple. It would, like, go sideways.
Danny, is it just me, or is the second one kind of obvious? It is actually a demolition. It just comes straight down like a demolition,
Yeah.
No, they both did, didn't they? They both came down.
Yeah.
like a demolition.
Yeah. It looked exactly like a demolition.
I know,
So-
basically, you know, Osama bin Laden. They didn't catch him. Wanna know why? Cause he's dead already. He died in 2001.
What makes you think that?
Because basically, I've been researching, and he died in 2001.
Okay.
And plus, if he even was alive, where are the pictures right now? Seriously.
Well, a picture of his body was released.
But it turned out as fake.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Because they didn't want to release a picture.
'Cause
Obama
it's
said that the reason we will not release a picture is to stop further terrorism in this country. I'm sorry, but releasing
Fucking stupid.
I know releasing a
I mean-
picture does not mean there's not going to be terrorism in the country.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, why didn't they do something like that 10 years ago? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
If they've been trying to stop terrorism so much.
And if that was true, then oh, God's sake, the bombing, the marathon bombing, that wouldn't have happened, would it?
Oh
Let's
my
think
god.
about it. Let's think about it. That would not have happened without if the picture had been released. That would have still happened.
Listen, Thomas. This video you're recording of us talking. If I'm gonna send you a video, if you could edit it to add this video on into the end of this video,
Yeah.
it'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
If
You
send
don't
it
have
over.
to, but yeah, I'll send it in a minute. Hang on.
Yeah. Sure. I'm just sort of hanging out my window. Well.
Oh, that's a normal thing to do.
Yeah. Well. It's hot down here, so I just.
Yeah.
How's it in Scotland?
It's pretty warm. We've got wind. So you know.
Lovely. Sounds about right for Scotland.
Yeah.
Have you sent the video?
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it now. Sorry.
Okay.
I've got hay fever, so like my throat and my nose and my ears are hurting. So I'm gonna try my best to speak.
oh yeah, and Tom, this
There-
is the sentence I found of this.
Go for it.
I can't pronounce the name of it, but it's like
You the link, Thomas.
Picnic or something. Said that Osama bin Laden died in 2001, not because a physic issue. I come on. Right. I had known that the CIA had treated him, and it was on the intelligence roster that basically he had Marfan syndrome, meaning that basically he was dead before they invaded Afghanistan.
Okay, Joe, I'll read out the whole of the thing. It basically says, Penzic said that Osama bin Laden died in 2001, not because special forces had killed him, but because a physician I had known that the CIA physicians had treated him, and it was on the intelligence roster that he had Marfan syndrome, adding that the US government knew bin Laden was dead before they invaded Afghan.
Yep.
So that basically proves that well, it doesn't prove, but it's pretty obvious, really, isn't it?
The real reason why the U.S. government is actually in Iraq and places like that, I've actually seen real video evidence, and I've also seen some horrible things the U.S. government, army, and British government have done over there. But I actually saw full hard 100% evidence of them actually doing it on video. Don't even ask me why they were recording. It's one of those stupid American things that they seem to always do. Don't even ask. I don't know. But I don't think they wanted. I don't think they thought people would properly know where they were and stuff, or what they were doing exactly. But they were actually taking over quite a few parts deliberately and killing people just for oil. And they were actually taking the oil.
Oh yeah, and read this sentence, there. That's one of them. See?
And his connections to yeah, he had connections to the CIA and Bush family. Yeah?
And yeah.
Thomas, watch that video if you can.
I will in a bit
Okay.
because it stops recording every time I go off of this page for some reason. Fraps is
Oh,
annoying.
right, okay.
Fraps is annoying.
Ah.
Because if I use Audacity or something like that, then it stops recording my voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and guess what? His CIA name in the Bin Laden's CIA name was
What?
Tim Osman,
Right.
and this was assigned for him, basically because he's going to travel like the US in that time.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of obvious though?
Lewis, I think your thing about him dying in 2001 is actually wrong, because I just remembered there that I think there was actually an interview with Osama bin Laden from a anonymous source back in like 2009 or 2010.
Yeah, I think it's wrong and all because of the 7/7 bombings. I'm pretty sure he did a video explaining that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I doubt he would have lived that long, to be honest.
I think he's just very good at hide and seek.
I think he is.
So, what do we think of Edward Snowden?
They didn't spend several $1 million on his funeral, did they, Osama bin Laden?
Oh no, they just chucked them in the water.
Oi!
That'll do. You can go swim with the fishes. That is one. That is
Oh, yeah,
one
The
interesting.
piranhas.
Hey Tom,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Let's throw him in the water. That was a good idea.
That's gonna be one interesting episode of SpongeBob, isn't it?
Oh, blimey. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm eating dinner here, but I think I almost died from choking.
What do you think of Edward Snowden?
What? Wait, is that the guy that whistleblowed or something?
Yeah.
The guy that whistleblowed the,
PRISM and
PRISM,
NSA, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I was watching a bit of an interview earlier with him, but I think it was him.
Glasses.
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's him.
sure.
I think so.
I'm not sure about him. What do you mean? Are you asking me whether I think he's telling the truth, or he's
No.
legit?
Do you think he's hero or traitor?
Hero to the people, traitor to the enemy.
Right. I think Edward Snowden is one. I think he's pretty much brilliant for what he did. He's now on the run in Russia. I think it was Moscow. He flew to last, wasn't it?
I would imagine that he's on the run. Well, not on the run, but like I would imagine he's actually, well, he's probably in quite a bit of troubles right now.
Yeah. The U.S. government, I think, they ordered Russia to hand him over, put him on a flight over to the United States. Russia said no.
Hmm.
They,
Oh, wow.
They didn't want to be bullied into it. Alright, so I think that's... I don't know how long we've been recording for. It seems like a long time. How long have we been on this call? 55 minutes.
Oh, blimey.
Oh god. Right, I think this is going to be a long one, and I'll see you next time, my friends. Goodbye.
Bye, pal.
Bye.
Of its founders.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.